Hello Legacy Sabers, Marsh here. So today we're going to solve quadratic inequalities. You're going to want to have your notes on you and just a pen or a pencil today, maybe a simple calculator for math. Objective today, you can solve a quadratic inequality representing your answers in interval notation, which you have done already. Now, quadratic inequalities, they're not difficult to solve. Basically, you're going to solve them like you've been solving your equations. So you're going to write them as an equation, get it equal to 0, or set it equal to 0, factor it, solve it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to plot the points on a number line, and we're going to pick some test points in each interval to plug back into the original inequality. If it's true, then we will find which pieces of our intervals is true. Then we can write the answers in interval notation. Seems like a lot, but it actually isn't too bad. So let's try a couple of examples. I have x squared minus 5x is less than or equal to negative 4. So very first thing we're going to do is we're going to make this equal to 0. So I'm going to just do that. So I want to be equal to 0 here, so I'm going to add 4. I'll get x squared minus 5x plus 4 is equal to 0. Now, I need to factor the left. So looks like it's a trinomial, so I'm going to have to use AC method. So 1 times 4. So I'm looking for numbers that multiply to give me 4, but add together to give me negative 5. Well, that would be negative 1 and negative 4, right? So I could expand and all that, but since my A is 1, I can just jump immediately to that part. So it looks like either x can be 1 or x can be 4, right? Well, that would be if we're solving an equation, which we're not. We're solving an inequality. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a number line here. That was a very not straight number line. I'm going to put my numbers on there. I got a 1 here and a 4 here. And what we're going to need to do is pick a test point in each of those 3 intervals. So we got one interval here, whoop, whoop, whoop. One interval there, between the 1 and the 4, and 1 here. You're going to want to pick the easiest numbers you can pick. So like 0 would be a number right here, 2 would be here, and then like 5 would be here. So we're going to plug 0 into this inequality that we started with and see if it's a true statement. So I got 0 squared minus 5 times 0, well this will just be 0, right, is less than or equal to negative 4. 0 is less than or equal to negative 4. This would be a big giant no statement, right? 0 is not going to work. Let's try 2. So 2 squared, 4, minus 10, so that'll be negative 6 is less than or equal to negative 4. This would be a big yes, right? Yes, 2 works in there. Let's try 5. So that'll be 25 minus 25, that's less than or equal to negative 4. That's not a true statement, right? 0 is not less than or equal to negative 4, so this would be a big no. Where's my pen? There it is. No. So here is the only spot that has a true statement. So I need to write that in interval notation. Notice the yes is trapped between number 1 and number 4. So interval notation would be bracket, because it's equal to 1, comma 4, bracket, because it's equal to on both sides and it's trapped between those two values. Let's try a couple more. So we got 4x squared plus 8 is less than or equal to 33x. So I'm going to make it equal. Now I'm going to make myself equal to 0. Put it in standard form here. Alright, so it looks like my A, unfortunately no number comes out, frowny face. But we can do AC method, so 4 times 8, so we're looking for numbers that multiply to give us a positive 32, but add together to give us negative 33. 32 and 1, that would work. So I got negative 32, negative 1. Now, since my a is 4, can't jump to that. So I actually have to expand my middle term. Like that. Group these guys, group those guys. Looks like a 4 is the greatest common factor of those guys. 4x, actually, because they both have an x. So that'd be x minus 8 there. Let's take a negative 1 out of there. So then that turns into x minus 8 as well. So it looks like 4x minus 1 and x minus 8 are my two factors. So my answers would be a fourth and 8, right? Because it's plus 1 divided by 4. That's how I get my fourth. And this would be 8. So let's go ahead and draw our number line. A lot straighter this time. Good job, Marsh. An 8. Let's pick a couple of test points. So I got a 0 there. We can pick 1 there. And then, let's go 10. So let's put 0 in. This will be 8 is less than or equal to 0. Well, that's definitely not the case, right? A is not less than 0. So this is a big giant no. Let's plug a 1 in. So this would be 1 squared, which will be 1 times 4 is 4 plus 8. So we got 12 is less than or equal to 33. Because 33 times 1 is 33. This one's a big yes in the middle. Let's try our 10 now. Well, 10 squared is 100 times 4, that is 400. So 408 is less than or equal to 33 times 10, 330. That's a false statement, right? 108 is not less than 330. So this is no. So notice, guys, we're trapped between the two values again. We are equal to again, so bracket 1/4, comma 8, and another bracket. Almost tried to put a parenthesis there, but I caught myself. Because we want to be trapped between 1/4 and 8, but we can be also equal to those values as well. If it helps you, you can put the brackets actually on your number line so that you remember to put the brackets there. So if you look at here and you're like, oh, I can be not equal to, you can put parentheses there. That way you don't forget that. Let's try one more here. So I got x plus 3 quantity squared greater than or equal to 2x squared plus 7. So, gotta make this an equal sign. So let's make it so it's not as creepy. I'm gonna distribute that 2 in while I'm at it. There we go. You can't subtract this because this actually has is got to be expanded. So x plus 3 quantity squared, side note here, x plus 3 squared, that is x plus 3 times x plus 3. Do not forget that. This is not x squared plus 9, guys. Not x squared plus 9. It's actually x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9, right? X times x, 3x, 3x, 9. AKA x squared plus 6x plus 9. A lot of people forget that 6x in the middle. So let's write out that side there. I'm going to subtract everything over here because I hate negative x squareds. Makes my factoring more difficult, so I'm just going to move everybody over here. Be 0 equals x squared minus 6x. 14 minus 9 is 5. Positive 5. So I'm looking for numbers that multiply to give us 5, but add together to give us negative 6. Negative 1 and negative 5, it looks like. So I'll be at x minus 1, x minus 5. AKA x can be 1 or x can be 5. Let's go ahead and set up our number line here. 0 is between 1 and 5, or 0 is to the left of 1. Let's pick 3 in between 1 and 5, and let's go 6. Alright, plugging in 0. 0 plus 3, that's 3 squared, that's 9. Make a little notes down here. 9 is greater than or equal to 0 squared plus 7, that would be 7 times 2 is 14. 9 is greater than or equal to 14. No. No on that side. Let's try 3. So 3 plus 3, that's 9. Squared is 81. 9 plus 7, that's 16. Times 2, 32. This one's a big fat yes. Let's try 6. 6 plus 3, 9, 81 again. 36 plus 7 times 2 be 86. And 81 is not greater than 86. That would be a no. Brackets on the 1 and the 5, right? So my answer is bracket 1, bracket 5. Now, I'm going to be honest, guys. There are ones where you'll get yes here, yes there. So then those would have to be like the negative infinity to the number union number to infinity. Just none of these tonight actually showed up in that regard. And with that, that's the end of this video. See you later, Sabers.